Hello friends, you are welcome to Anchor Network, where you get updated news of things happening around you. If this is your first time of visiting this channel, I would like and encourage you to subscribe so that you get updated news as soon as we publish them. Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria, HURIWA, has described as a constitutional crime and an unmitigated evil tantamount to an impeachable offense the decision of President Muhammadu Buhari administration to go into dialogue in Zamfara State with armed Fulani Militia and Bandits. HURIWA frowned at an alleged plan to appease these mass murderers with the whooping sum of 100 billion naira from the taxpayers under the guise of setting up cattle ranches for their totally privately owned businesses of herders. Besides, the group also carpeted the acting Inspector General of Police, Alhaji Adamu Mohammed, for gleefully announcing the truce reached in Zamfara between the federal government's delegation, made up largely of Hausa Fulani Muslim-dominated internal security team of the current administration, and the Miyetti Allah Cattle Owners Association, in a group that supports the activities of armed Fulani Esme over the past few years. HURIWA expressed disappointment that a supposed chief law enforcement officers of the country can descend so low to beg persons suspected to have been carrying out persistent armed banditry and attacks across Zamfara, Kaduna, Niger, Katsina to stop attacking Nigerians when it is the constitutional obligation of the Nigerian police force to enforce law and order and bring all criminal suspects to face the legal consequences of their crimes against humanity and against the Nigerian state. In a statement issued over the weekend against the backdrop of the purported meeting between the federal government and the leadership of Miyetti Allah Cattle Owners Association, the group said the only possible reason the current administration could enter into dialogue with armed bandits is because the offenders share the same ethno-religious affiliations with the holders of the top security portfolios who make up the exclusive Hausa Fulani-dominated internal security architecture. The statement added, the members of the current national security team, made up of mostly one ethnicity and persons of one religious affiliation, same with the armed Fulani herdsmen and bandits, have always made decisions that reflect their biasness and inclination to pamper and protect these armed bandits, who ought to be dealt a heavy blow in line with constitutional provisions. The other time, the Minister of Defense, who is from Zamfara State, was the person who, rather than condemn and order the arrest and prosecution of armed Fulani herdsmen, unleashing mayhem and violence in Benue State, was the one who tried to provide some kind of justification for these daredevil blood-curdling attacks on Benue communities by blaming the properly based past stage legislation banning open grazing of the cattle, which has been at the core of much of the bloodshed. The Minister of Interior, who is Fulani Muslim, has on many occasions belittled the gravity of the armed Fulani violent attacks and dismissed it not as a terror campaign but as a mere law and order issue which the police can handle. These members of the internal security team, including Mr. President, have openly made statements that are obviously ambiguous and have failed to decisively treat these attacks by armed bandits and armed Fulani attacks as a major national security challenge. This is why there is the urgency of the now for President Buhari to obey the constitution and appoint persons of diverse ethno-religious affiliations to make up the national security team and professionally and clinically tackle the rising waves of insecurity and national paralysis. As a group of committed patriots, we are shocked to read that this government has entered into a communion of the devil with the armed bandits and armed Fulani herdsmen, who have wreaked havoc and unleashed devastation across many communities in Nigeria. Why do we have institutions of law enforcement. This shameful piece of bad news of seeking to bribe outlaws and terrorists by this government must be seen for what it is. It is treason that must be seen as an immediate impeachable offense. All those who communicated with bandits and outlaws must be arrested and prosecuted for high treason because the laws must not be a respecter of any person. Uriwa record that in a bizarre twist, the federal government practically offered monumental bribe against poor laws to the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria by offering it 100 billion naira over 2 years to stop kidnapping in the country. The federal government delegation was led by the Minister of Interior, Abdul-Rahman Dambazau, and met with MACBAN leaders on Friday. Uriwa said the media as reporting that this satanic meeting was a closed-door event which lasted for over 5 hours as monetary negotiations according to a source dragged on until 100 billion was accepted. MACBAN had said it would take nothing less than 160 billion naira, but briefing newsmen after the meeting, the exhausted minister said the gathering is part of steps we have taken to tackle insecurity and clashes between herdsmen and farmers. You should not forget that the fact that we have extended the meeting as a regional one with the Economic Community of West African countries hosted a conference on this, it added. Uriwa said the media are saying that General Dambazau affirmed as follows. This issue were discussed and part of the dialogue was to provide a national action plan on security challenges and solutions by all members of ECOWAS Commission and to present it to the Commission for consideration. That is the main reason we have come to Kebbi State to dialogue with leaders of ESME as part of the process. If really this is true, it is really unacceptable for a government to be negotiating with the group that are known for violence, using taxpayers' money to settle them, to appease them, to pamper them. Are these guys the ones to fight insecurity because they are the ones in charge of these things? Will it not be a tool for them to do whatever they want to do, knowing fully well that the government has really recognized them, that when it comes to a stage, the federal government we invite them to negotiate and give them money? And there was a time too we heard that El-Rufai said he gave these guys money, just for them to be able to stop these attacks. It's the same taxpayers' money, the same people that you are killing. You are using what they pay as tax to even settle bandits, as you may want to call them. This injustice in Nigeria is too high. It's too much. It's on the high side. And when people complain, when people talk, they don't even want to listen. It is this same president that was talking before he came into power that any attack against Boko Haram is attack against the North. And he has not come to debunk that. He has not come to defend that. He has not come to explain why he makes such statements. When you look at the security personnel, you will see that it is from one region and one religious group that he has been appointing. You can't work with people outside your community, outside the people that you know. And when you talk from the federal character, it has to go round. You cannot work with other people you don't know, but you can. The same taxpayers that are paying tax, they will still use it to fund you as a president. They will still use it to fund even all these public officers. And you are not used to. You say you work with those that you understand. You work with those that you are used to. It doesn't work that way. It's not a family business. Nobody has been arrested since this issue of Fulani Esme or bandits or whatever name they are giving to them. They've not been brought back to book. And at the end of the day, even the Boko Harams that they will say, the Boko Haram people that they will even, arrest, at the end of the day, they will still bring them back, still recruit them back into the army. How can a country work like that? They will not be brought to book, but at the end of the day, they will be recruited back into the system, back into the army, and for that same people to go and be fighting insurgency. Is that how it's being done? So we'll continue to talk and talk until we get the desired results. Please put your comment below and let's rub minds together. Thanks for listening. Bye.